Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. Alright, so today we have the moon still well set in responsible Capricorn. So if there are any responsibilities or things that require time or discipline or perseverance, could be a really good way of working with the day, as was the case yesterday as well. Now today, going into tomorrow, we do have the sun starting to square up to Neptune. It was an energy we felt during the full moon, which is about finding more balance with the watery or spiritual elements of life. How can we do things that require more peace, more acceptance, more spiritual fulfillment in conscious and constructive ways? Because sometimes with squares, there can be a little bit of an extreme where we may want to go and maybe escape, or on another extreme, maybe not doing things that are so important for our spiritual well-being. And so now incorporating that in constructive ways. How can we, on one level, build towards some of these ideals or dreams or things important to us spiritually, and on another level, do things constructively for greater spiritual well-being, acceptance, and peace in our life is a great way of working with the day going into tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at all this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Wednesday. And again, we are using the visible sky called True Sidereal Astrology. This does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you are new to the channel, check out that link down below for more information. All right, so the moon finishing Capricorn here today, very small constellation. We felt this energy yesterday as well. And Capricorn, the sea goat, is around taking care of either responsibilities or doing things that require time or perseverance. So great way of working with the day is to cultivate that side of ourselves that is constructive, productive, reserved, willing to take time, patience, discipline towards things, and see things in the bigger picture in that sense. So great day for things that require responsibility, work, patience, discipline, things like this. Great way of working with the cycle. Now this does add a lot of earth energy because we do have the sun and Venus in Taurus still. And so the larger monthly context has been around taking the steady approach to things, right? One step at a time, stopping to smell the roses, getting to maybe some of the resource-based life or natural life or comforts or beauty and aesthetics. So this more Taurus, the bull energy, still very much in orb and very much influencing the general energy today with both of these planets in earth signs. And this is in the context as well as the full moon that we just had last Friday. So if there has been any shifts of awareness you've had since then, it's still a great part of the week to start to implement and disseminate this information or these ideas into our life practically. All right, so in terms of the aspects, we do have the sun now starting to square up to Neptune, which was an energy we felt around the weekend's full moon. And this has been the importance of finding that balance with the watery elements of life. So as we go through the later part of the day, and especially as we get into tomorrow, we may start to notice the extremes of Neptune, collectively speaking. Neptune extremes are wanting to sometimes escape or hide away or get caught up into delusions or illusions or ideals, or not enough of it. Sometimes squares to Neptune can be apathy or not getting enough spiritual time or rest or things that are important to us on a soul level. So with the square, as the day unfolds, really good way of working with the day is to incorporate the healthy and constructive energies of Neptune, the balanced energies of Neptune. Neptune in its balanced expression is about finding more healthy peace in our life, doing things like maybe spiritual activities or getting rest or having more receptivity in our life, being willing to go with the flow a little bit. It definitely favors things that require imagination, creativity, anything that involves that more intuitive or channeling sort of approach to life. And then also is very supportive for finding healthy ways of compassion and receptivity, because squares to Neptune sometimes can create a bit of uncertainty, doubts. We're kind of in the deep oceans of life, which Neptune represents. And so healthy squares is practicing good receptivity, good compassion, unconditionality, and doing things important to us on a soul level and spiritual level. So a great way of working with the day as the day unfolds. And we could even maybe notice some constructive things coming out of this going into tomorrow. Now, on a minor note, I do want to mention that Venus will be starting to sextile up to Chiron. It's a very minor thing, but do know that there could be maybe some openings going into tomorrow for some healing. That is what the whole full moon has been about. It's been about healing, but in this case, maybe with some of our relationships, could be an opening for that going into tomorrow, and possibly with our resource life, that Taurus energy of enjoyments, nature, right? Beauty, sometimes food or nutrition. These more natural things can also be quite healing as well going into tomorrow. But this is just an opening. It's a sextile and it's with a comet Chiron. Not very strong, but just an opening there for those types of things. The most important thing today, however, is this Sun square Neptune going into tomorrow. Do give it some time for the day to unfold with this, but finding those healthy, constructive ways of that water energy. Healthy intuition, healthy acceptance, imagination, receptivity, things like this. Great way of working with the day. In the context of Earth, right? We have a lot of Earth energy. And so today, the moon in Capricorn, how can we be patient? See the long term, right? Get into that discipline side, and it can be a very, very constructive day with these energies. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to stay updated on these videos when they do get released. And yeah, I'll see you all next time for the next daily forecast. Take care.